international break and Champions League in effect with some of the results yesterday. Let's take a walk through. Here's one. Club Brugge failing to beat newly promoted La Louvière. Post-international pre-Champions League. Just a single goal for Union Saint-Gilloise as well, the Belgian contingent. But a bit of a struggle for Slavia Prague. It took them until the second half to get through there. Copenhagen losing again pre-Champions League. Did make yesterday very difficult to read, didn't it? Just because of that. In the Premier League, this was all about the international break, I think. This tightness in the scorelines and a couple of 0-0s here. But fair dues to Sunderland, an excellent response away from home. But still problem scoring for Aston Villa. Fulham and Leeds, Newcastle, single goal wins at short odds. And Tottenham, great result against West Ham, who have imploded yet again. Brentford and Chelsea, if you follow Chelsea, you've had the opportunity to cash out before 2-1 Chelsea turned into 2-2. So I hope you did. We're not after the final result, are we? We're after the odds movement. Championship, League 1, League 2, bit quiet there yesterday. This was a interesting trading match if you stuck with Leicester City throughout. Coventry got a very, very late equaliser against Norwich. It was a match that we played, but we played it in the match odds market, meaning despite calling it right, make a loss on the draw, which was a pity. League 1, League 2, not much going on there for me yesterday. Luton and Plymouth could have laid that 2-2 late on and going to the 10 men. Oh dear. Elsewhere, French Ligue, easy as you like for the Côte d'Azur sides. Saint-Etienne was a trade I missed. Newly relegated. Goal down. Really good reactions from them. Not much doing in the Bundesliga yesterday. Goals before half-time for the Hoff. They got a goal in the 45th minute. The frustrating thing yesterday, I made a lot of early calls. Early, profitable calls. But we couldn't get in the markets. Something was up with Betfair early on, going up to about 3 p.m. So very disappointing because the foundation of the day would have been superb with all of those early calls coming in. Juve and Inter, fantastic match yesterday. Kivu, the Inter manager, still yet to find his footing. I don't think they'll be winning the title under Kivu, to be honest. And in the Eredivisie, the big guns all delivered. Ajax, PSV and Feyenoord. 20 and NAC Breda. Another great example to you of cashing out at the win. I had, this was at 2-1 to 20. I cashed out. I decided to lay the draw late on just for a few quid, just to bump up the profit from 40s to 101 if 20 got the winner. But with both 20 and Chelsea cashing out at the lead, regardless of how late the lead is, was an excellent result. And a good lesson for you. Don't count your chickens. Make sure you cash out. Opportunities like this I couldn't get yesterday, laying the second half draw because some of the Betfair markets were done. I still made a small profit yesterday, but not as emphatic a profit as it would have been had my earlier plays got there. Rangers and Hearts, umming and ahhing about whether to get involved here. Bit unlucky if you did get involved because Rangers did get the ball in the back of the net. But this is the time to take them on. They are in such free fall at the moment. Everything's imploded this season for Rangers. La Liga. Real Madrid clinging on. Another side trying to lose desperately. Atletico Bilbao and Alaves all down to the insurance there. I cashed out a little bit earlier. Normal insurance payout is about £39-40. I cashed out early in case we got an Atletico Bilbao equaliser. But guess who's involved in the Champions League next week? Atletico Bilbao. Creaking. Some of these sides were creaking with the expectation for next week already in the back of their minds. Today, I don't think it's a coupon for a live stream, particularly post-international pre-Champions League as well. Lots of umming and ahhing. Now, we haven't got the odds coming up just yet. The odds are important. There they are. They just come as soon as I do the refresh, of course. Sod's law. Right, initial looks. Pre-match odds. Rapid Vienna, Tyrol with Red Bull Salzburg losing yesterday. That could be a good opportunity for Red Bull to move ahead. Not much doing in the Jupiler League, as you can see by the market. 2.45, 2.5 the favourite there. A couple of odds-ons in China I'll be looking at midday. So I'll stick them on my little roster. Dinamo Zagreb, not sure they're involved in the Champions League at this stage. So no excuses today. 3 out of 3 odds-on favourites in the Czech One League. As you see, on a Sunday, you tend to go around the houses and you tend to go to these lower tier leagues, which does make trusting these sides a lot more difficult. So I'm just picking up matches of interest, odds-on favourites as well. Burnley against Liverpool. Well, good luck to Burnley there. This is post-international, pre-Champions League Liverpool. First time they kept a clean sheet last match. That stopped the run of conceding 2+ goals. Man City, post-international pre-Champions League against Man United. Derby-style match, like Juventus and Inter yesterday. That ended 4-3. This could be anything. Odds-on favourite quote about City, well, they are at their most gettable at this stage. Some new signings for Man United yet to bed in. We're not really seen much of Man United, have we, under Amorim? The usual story. Struggle, struggle, struggle for no inexplicable reason. 3-2 win against Burnley. Very unconvincing. Draw against Fulham. Loss to Arsenal. That unexpected loss away to Brighton makes it 2 consecutive defeats for Manchester City. Will there really be an unprecedented 3rd consecutive defeat for City? Don't tend to trade these matches, derbies, because you saw with Inter Milan and Juventus, it could be anything. So Liverpool, of course, very obvious. Southampton against Pompey, a local derby on the south coast. Leicester dropping points yesterday. Can Southampton take the 3 today to help them get back up? French League 1. Don't think we have any. Yes, we do. Champions League contenders, Paris Saint-Germain. Watch out for them. But don't tend to wobble pre-Champions League. Strasbourg against Le Havre. I would be looking at Le Havre struggling there today. Those would be my standouts. And in the Bundesliga, St. Pauli are absolutely full of goals, even more so at home. So I'll be looking for some goals in that match. Potential breakthrough before half-time. Well, a lack of goals for Borussia Mönchengladbach. Some promising performances, but failing to score. So that odds-on quote is not the greatest odds-on quote on the planet. Greek Super League. 2 of the big guns are out. 3 of them away from home today. Panathinaikos, AEK and PAOK Thessaloniki, all worth following at 4 o'clock. So it's a bit of a bitty coupon, so it's not really worth doing a live stream for me today. We've got the Champions League problems with Atalanta as well. Which Atalanta turns up today? Elsewhere, is still finding its feet. Serie A got the new manager at Roma, odds on against Torino, who tend to be very defensive. Newly promoted Pisa, given a shout here, 2.75 the favourite. AC Milan, odds on at home. Are they involved in the Champions League? Well, let's have a look. They're one of those big names, aren't they, AC Milan? We can have a look Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday if they're involved. No AC Milan, so it's just Atalanta representing today in the Champions League. So watch out, they might underperform. In the Eredivisie, AZ Alkmaar against Heracles. Should be better odds than this, I would have thought. Utrecht tend to deliver. It's an over 2.5 goal league, the Eredivisie. Elite Serien, not going to be researching it, but I'll keep an eye on the odds-on favourites. You can see it's not the greatest coupon for a live stream today, is it? There's just bits and bobs. They're all kicking off at different times as well. Doesn't make for a very appealing day. Braga, odds on at home, don't have any involvement in the Champions League, so we're not going to be worried about that. Celtic can compound Rangers' woes with 3 points away. They're not in the Champions League anymore. Barcelona are. They're at home to Valencia, and what could be a tight 1-0, you'd think. La Liga 2 will get a look in as well, but just purely I pick up the odds-on favourites and then check it out that way. Not really going to be looking at these lower tiers anymore. We don't need to with the elite leagues returning. So that's it at the moment. Fenerbahce are out of the Champions League under new management now with the special one gone. So some interest today. You never know. I can't call it a good day or a bad day because it's all about what happens as these matches unfurl. But I will be on hand on Telegram from midday for members of footballtradingprofits.com. I won't be doing a live stream today. It just doesn't look worth doing with the International Champions League concerns and also the number of secondary leagues we've got today, Finland, etc. But I'll be on hand, hopefully pick you up some good trades. And don't forget, the beauty of trading is you can lose the match having called 20 and still win. Having called Chelsea to make a comeback, it ended up 2-2, but you still win. That's the beauty of trading, and this is another great advantage of trading as well. The ability in some matches to take out insurance, so you can be involved until the 90th minute. I did have one or two other plays yesterday. Bran, £78 profit there. But some of them, they just weren't performing. Wrexham, well, I'll take that. Small loss for a £25 profit on the draw, if they can do that. Coventry, we had a few of these kind of results yesterday. The 1-1s. They just accumulate small losses on the draw in the hope of winning big on Coventry. This was another one. Should have laid Norwich very, very, very late on. I should have gone in again. But I went in at the 0-1 to Norwich. So have a great day today. No live stream for me today. As you can see, it's a very bitty afternoon going around Europe. But I'll have an in-play stats feed up. They've been very accurate of late. So it augurs well for a decent session starting at midday today. So get yourself some Yorkshire puds on and off you go. I'll see you at midday to 12:30. Working our way through the afternoon.